all. Today we are going to learn few more concepts related to circulatory system. Those are blood grouping and blood vessels. Children, sometimes there is a urgency of blood for the person who undergoes surgeries or the person who lose blood because of accident or illness. In such cases, blood from one person to another person is transferred. This is called blood transfusion. That means the process by which blood is transferred from one person to another is called blood transfusion. This blood transfusion cannot take place without the checking of blood groups properly. How these blood groups are checked? Depending on what these blood groups are divided first, that, that is depending on the presence of proteins called antigens and antibodies. Human blood groups are classified into four different groups. In 1900, an Austrian biologist and physician, Karl Landsteiner, proposed this blood grouping for the first time. For this work, in 1913, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in the field of medicine. How he discovered the blood groups is, he collected some blood samples of different people and mixed them with each other. And during this process, he observed that in some cases the red blood cells present in different blood samples interacted and formed clumps. What are clumps? For example, if the milk broken down, like how solid part and liquid part of milk gets separated. So like that, even if different blood groups which do not match with each other, if they gets reacted or if they gets mixed, like this, the protein part and the water part called plasma gets separated. This is called agglutination. The clumping of blood cells is called agglutination. If this agglutination happens in the blood vessels of a person, the clumps block and prevent the flow of blood, leading to the death of the person who is receiving the blood. So, to avoid this thoroughly, the blood groups should be checked before they transfused. Now, depending on the presence of proteins called antigens and antibodies, human blood group is divided into four groups we studied. So, where these antibodies and antigens are present? Antigens are the proteins which are present on the surface of red blood cells, and antibodies are the proteins which are present in the plasma. There are two types of antigens, antigen A and antigen B. Like the same way, antibodies also present two types. They are antibody A and antibody B. Based on presence or absence of this specific antigens and antibodies, human blood groups are classified into four different types: blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, blood group O. In the blood group A, they have antigen A on RBC and antibody B in plasma. In blood group B, they have antigen B on RBC and antibody A in plasma. The blood group AB consists of antigens both A and B on the RBC, but they don't have antibodies in the plasma. Blood group O, they don't have antigens on RBC, but they have both antibodies in plasma. So in this way, blood groups are divided in humans. Now coming to the blood transfusion. Any kind of blood group, that means the blood group A should be given to the blood group A person only. Blood group B should be given to the blood group B person only. Blood group AB should be given to the person with blood group AB only. But the blood group AB, as they have no antibodies in plasma, they can receive blood from any kind of blood group out of these four blood groups. They can receive blood from any kind of blood group. So, This group is called universal recipient blood group. Like that blood group O, which don't have antigens on their RBC, they can donate blood to any kind of blood group. But this blood group O should receive blood from the blood group O persons only. So as they can donate blood to any kind of blood group person, the O blood group is called as universal donor. Coming to the RH factor, RH is another antigen which is present on the surface of red blood cells. It was first discovered in rhesus monkey and it is named the rhesus monkey only as RH factor. About 85% of the people, they have RH factor on their red blood cells and they are said to be as RH positive. The remaining rest 15%, they don't have RH factor on the RBC and they are said to be RH negative. This is blood grouping. Now coming to blood vessels. The blood flows in tube-like structures throughout the body. These hollow network of tube-like structures which are present throughout the body are called blood vessels. The blood from one organ to another organ or from heart to all the body parts, it is pumped through these hollow tube-like structures called blood vessels only. There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. First type, arteries. Arteries have thick-walled, elastic, muscular vessels. They carry blood away from the heart to different parts of the body. That means arteries, they arise from the heart or they take their origin from the heart and they carry blood from heart to all parts of the body. They have thick-walled and they are elastic in nature. That means the walls of the arteries, the blood vessels, walls of the arteries, they are thick. Why? Because these arteries, they pump blood from heart to all the body parts. While pumping blood from heart to all the body parts, the blood will flow at very high pressure. To withstand that high pressure, the walls of the arteries are thick. And when pumping of the blood occurs in these arteries, the movement should be in a proper way. The blood flow should be in a proper way. So after pumping the blood again, they should come back to their original structure. That's why they are elastic in nature. And arteries, they carry pure blood. What is meant by pure blood? The oxygen which is rich in oxygen. What is meant by pure blood? The blood which is rich in oxygen is called pure blood. When the lungs pump blood into the heart, it is rich in oxygen. So this oxygenated blood or pure blood from the heart, it is taken by these arteries and pumped or supplied to all parts of the body. All the arteries, they carry pure blood except pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery, it carries impure blood to the lungs for oxygenation purpose. Next type of blood vessels are veins. Veins are thin-walled vessels with valves. Okay. Why the walls of the veins are thin? Because veins, they carry blood from all the parts to heart, from there to lungs for oxygenation purpose. So while the blood flow is occurring in the veins, there will be no pressure or the veins carry blood from all the parts of the body to heart with low pressure. So as the pressure is less, they no need to contract or relax many times. That's why veins have thin walled. Veins are thin walled. And they carry impure blood. What is impure blood? The blood which is rich in carbon dioxide or The blood which is deficient in oxygen is called as deoxygenated blood or impure blood. These veins, they carry impure blood from all the body parts to lungs, except one vein. The pulmonary vein, it carries pure or oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. Next, the third type of blood vessels are capillaries. Capillaries are fine tube-like structures which are located at the joints of arteries and veins. That means the capillaries are fine blood vessels which connect arteries and veins. The walls of the capillaries are one cell in thickness, and their function is they enable the diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide and all other materials into the cells. This is about arteries, veins and blood vessels. If you observe the differences between these three types of blood vessels, in different points we'll observe. If you take the structure, the arteries, they are thick, elastic muscular walls with narrow lumen. What is lumen means? The empty space through which the blood flows in the blood vessel. It is called lumen. Veins have thin walls and wider lumen. Capillaries are with thin walls. Capillaries have thin walls. The nature and direction of blood flow. Generally, all arteries, they carry pure blood from heart to all the body parts except pulmonary artery. Veins carry impure blood from different parts of the body to heart except pulmonary vein. And capillaries, they are present at the junctions of the arteries and veins. Pressure. Blood flows with jerks under high pressure in arteries. In veins, the blood flows smoothly under low pressure. Even in capillaries also, the blood flows with low pressure. About valves. In arteries, valves are absent. In veins, valves are present. And in capillaries, valves are absent. What are valves? Valves are the flap-like openings which enable the blood to flow in one direction. Why veins have these valves are? Generally, veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. If the blood flows back again, it will get mixed up with the oxygenated blood, or the deoxygenated blood is supplied to whole body, which is danger for the process of respiration and all. So valves are present in the veins which prevent the backflow of blood. Coming to the position, arteries are deep seated, that means they are located very deep in the body. Veins are very close to skin, that means they are superficial. This is about arteries, veins and capillaries. What we have learned today at a glance. Depending about blood grouping, depending on the presence of proteins called antigens and antibodies, human blood groups are divided into four. Blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, blood group O. Generally, these antigens and antibodies are of two types, antigen AB and antibody AB. Antigens are present on the surface of red blood cells and antibodies are present in the plasma. As the AB blood group can receive blood from any kind of blood group, they are called universal recipients. As blood group O can donate blood to any other blood group, it is called as universal donor. These blood groups were discovered by Karl Landsteiner. He is an Austrian biologist and physician. Rhesus factor is one more antigen present on RBCs. And based on the presence of this rhesus factor, the people or the persons can be classified as Rh positive or Rh negative. If the rhesus factor is present, that blood group is considered as Rh positive. If the rhesus factor is absent, the blood group is said to be Rh negative. Coming to blood vessels, hollow network tube-like structures which are present throughout the body and transport blood are called as blood vessels. Blood vessels are of three types: arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries have thick wall, they are elastic in nature, they carry blood from heart to different parts of the body. Arteries carry pure or oxygenated blood to all parts of the body except pulmonary artery. Next, veins. These are thin-walled vessels with valves. These valves prevent the backflow of blood. The veins carry blood from different parts of the body towards heart. Generally, veins carry impure blood or deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein. Blood capillaries. Fine blood vessels which connect arteries and veins are called capillaries. These are one cell thickened. They enable the diffusion of oxygen and carbon dioxide and other materials into the cells. That's all.